Welcome back, everybody. This is going to be a fun one today, but going to be a long one. So I'll try my best to cruise through this thing. What I'm going to show you is a review of the sealed boxes for 2024 Weiss Schwarz English. Now, what I want you to do at the beginning here is think about this. If you bought one of every product, would you have made money if you left it sealed, or would you have lost money? This is very important because people have a lot of investment strategies in this. People think they know the prices of these boxes and what it'll eventually do. And I think this will open some eyes to what happened in the actual last year. You had to start out with some constants though, and I know some people will say a booster box at $60 is a little bit too much, or maybe it's a little bit too low. If you're one of those people, feel free to mess around with the numbers, of course, because I'm just looking at normal people buying this stuff, not having any connections to distributors or volume bulk pricing. You also have trial decks at $20. So hopefully that's fair. Again, if you want to mess with the numbers, feel free to do that. We'll see a Meister set in just a moment. You'll see premium booster boxes along the way. And I will say, this kind of video is going to be long, so I'm going to try to breeze through some of these as we get through a couple of them, okay? Released on January 26, 2024, Spy Family. I know people were pumped up for it. They love the anime, they like the IP. We've got a lot of things going on for it, and what this came out to be on the screen, $61.69. That comes from TCG Player as of earlier today, because I've been sitting here doing this all day. Now, in the middle, you're going to see this chart, and this chart represents on TCG Player time, volume, and pricing. Now, this is very interesting because I'm not going to tell you everything in my mind because there's just too much happening on here, right? There's a lot of things that can explain all of this. And if you want to know that, go watch one of my old buy or invest videos and you should be able to catch the drift on what's actually going on here. And then hopefully you can figure out like what I'm trying to actually get at through this video because there are multiple lessons that can be learned from all this. And at the very bottom, what you are going to see is a gain or a loss. And right now we are up $1.69. Unfortunately, that ended pretty quick because we are on the trial deck, and right now the price is $15.38. Now, think about what was inside of the trial deck, and you tell me if that makes a lot of sense to you. Now, going over here, we have a loss of $4.62, even though there is a decent amount of volume. Next one is the Meister set. This one's a fun one. I like this one. My sister came on and opened it. We have a playmat, booster packs, PR card, and you have a price of $65. Unfortunately, TCG player $63.84. I always thought a really nice price is under $60, which you could potentially find out there on some other websites. You definitely can find it on some other websites under $60. So if you're looking for one, you might want to just do that. We are now down another $1.16. Chainsaw Man, awesome anime. What you're going to find here, booster box $66 with shipping. Volume still holding up very decently, and you're up $6. Trial deck, $22.74. Yeah, it was interesting because of the art of the SSP, I believe it was. And we're up $2.74. Now, oh, we're getting some juicy ones. Lycoris Recoil, March 22nd, 2024, $74.83. Notice something with that chart. Look at the amount of volume on there. Anyways, the price that you are up now because of this booster box, we're up 1483. Yes. And the trial deck. It's a little bit of a downer because again, think about what was inside of the trial deck. $16.98 on TCG player, or we lost $3.02. Now, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, some of this, I'm going through this on my channel member videos more in depth about the sign cards or lack thereof, about the meta, why people want to buy this, about the IP. That's really what I want to do there again because it's one of those ones where I know some people are just kind of bored of that, don't want to watch it, so I just throw it in the channel members. Now, Saekano, oh no. April 19th, 2024, no signatures, Serial numbers $30.99. Is serial numbers the recommended way to fix some of these problems? I don't know. I don't know. $29.01 that you lost on that one. Next, May 17th, 2024, premium booster box. I priced these at $35. Again, if you have a problem with that, feel free to change it in your own kind of write up, spreadsheet, whatever you want to do. $36.77 on TCG Player. You can see the massive amount of boxes that was bought back in May and where it is right now. We're up $1.77 on that box. Next, MyGo trial deck. Do you imagine this one? $24.94 on TCG Player, up $4.94. Released on June 14th, Bocchi the Rock Booster Box. Who didn't see this one coming? $91.98. We are up because of that booster box. $31.98. Like I said, take a look at that chart. Trial deck. There was no good picture for it, so I got this really ugly one on the left. Trial deck, $22.22 plus $4 shipping, giving us $6.22 up. Next one, RWBY, June 28th, 2024. $55.99. I always talk about premium booster boxes and how much I hate them, all of them. And you have RWBY actually doing really well. Now, I want you to think about RWBY and what was different from RWBY and a bunch of the other premium booster boxes. I think that'll give you a bit of an insight there. Up $20.99. Released on July 19th. Shana, 34.89, down 11 cents. Hey, at least it's almost breaking. That's close enough. Now, I say this is the midpoint. And the reason why I have this up on my screen is there's going to be one other thing you should see from this chart. Let me go back here. If you take a look at this chart, the line where it shows the price and people buying, it is up really, really high. And then as time goes by, that line drops down. You can see it right here. You see how it says like $50 back in May, and this released July 19th, and then it just dips down here. If you are one of those people, I would ask you use my TCG player link. Money from the TCG player link is used for well, not monthly anymore, quarterly giveaways. I want to make sure that I have a really nice giveaway to give all of you. Like the last one I did was during Christmas. Anytime you use that link and purchase something, money goes to me, which then I use for the giveaways. And I will say, if you are one of those people, please don't be one of those people. I've said this many, many times. Even though I joke around with that link and stuff, you should not be buying this up here unless this is one of the sets that you must have, and literally it is gone from the internet, like completely gone, supply gone, sold out. Bushiroad coming out and says we're never going to reprint this again. Then okay, fine, go ahead and buy it there. But if you're one of these people that are doing that just because you are FOMOing into this, then you need to just reach out to me and I can help point you in the direction of some sellers that you can get decently priced product from, okay? Now, moving over here, we have August 2nd, Love Live Premium Booster Box. $28.06 or down $6.94. Look at this nice big spike here at the very end. Isn't that pretty cool? Now released Ambassador set Hololive, 54 bucks. I got the 54 from Bushy Road when they went to Anime NYC. They had it priced at that around that price. So I used that price. We're down to 46.94. I wonder why. Maybe because everything inside of there is the same and there's just the differences of two PR cards and potentially a lot of people buying into this. You can see again right here back in May, people went nuts, bought it, pre-ordered it early, paid a little bit more than they should have, and as time has gone by, it has dropped down in price. $7.06 is the loss there. August 16th, Ayakashi Triangle. This is interesting because people are thinking that the art would carry this sucker. We are at $37.40 or minus $22.60. Still, Take a look at the chart, see what you see in recent times. And what you think about why is that the case. Trial deck $14.77 or a loss of $5.23. Released on August 30th, Hololive swimsuit edition, I guess you could say. There's $39 and $4.99 shipping. Same idea. Take a look at May. That is crazy what people are buying this for. Not to say that one day it won't go to that price. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm assuming the people that bought at that price probably wanted to open this. This box is up $8.99. We're getting into good stuff here. Released on September 20th. Oshi Noko Booster Box, $84.99 plus $4.99 shipping. You made a profit of $29.98. And like I said, when I talk about this, I'm not including any sort of taxes that you're going to pay potentially if you pay more for shipping or anything like that, and fees to like potentially eBay, TCG Player if you're selling through them as well. So consider all of that when you go to sell some of this stuff. But as you can see here, the price has risen a lot. I know people were taking a look at Oshi Noko #2 that came out on the Weiss Schwarz Japanese side, because you know without a shadow of doubt, this is definitely going to come out to English. Well, I say 99.9 because I don't want you to hold it against me if it never comes out to English. Trial deck though, they did not have this on TCG Player. Weird as that sounds, they had the display of 6. So I went to eBay and eBay was selling it for $19.99. People were buying some of them for $19.99. I saw another one go for $25. Not sure why that's the case when you could have bought the $20 one. But who really knows? We're down 1 cent. This graph on the screen is actually the display. That's why it says times 6 over there. I don't want you to confuse that with the regular trial deck because again, it was not on TCG Player. On October 4th, I know people were really excited for this. Jojo, Stardust, Crusaders. I was telling myself, I'm like, I know people are excited, but I always thought it was like a small group of people that were really, really excited. And in my mind, this price kind of says the same thing. $30.85 on the premium booster box. We are down $4.15. Don't forget, there was a second one that came out, which is Stone Ocean. $27.14 or down $7.86. Released on October 11th. I am trying to hold back my last because we got Marvel Booster Box and Trial Deck. I said at the beginning of this that the total does not include this because, of course, it was not meant for us. It was only available in a few countries. But on eBay, you can see right here $84.99 on February 28th. February 22nd, there was a sale of $97.99. Trial Deck, $39.99. I will tell you right now, there are some websites in the United States that have this product for sale. I'm not saying they're more expensive or cheaper, maybe they're the same price. But if you go out there, you can actually find them, even though they weren't meant for these countries. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just that was what I always believed Bushy Road was hoping would happen, right? Okay, on October 25th, Dengeki Bunko, one of the ones that I love the most because of the different IPs inside of here, just like what we're gonna see with Sneaker Bunko. But I feel like people are gonna get disappointed if you see these card previews for Sneaker Bunko. Some people are definitely gonna be hurt by what they're seeing. Anyways, the price of this box, $54.89, or down $5.11. Yeah, this is one of those ones that people should have known ahead of time coming into the English release because of what happened on the Japanese side. I'm not saying this isn't popular. You can see there's a lot of sales that have happened on this set. It's just people knew about it, and some people definitely chose to stay away. There were two trial decks. One, the girl version. I like to call it the girl version because the SPs were of the girls, $19.94, loss of 6 cents. And this is the dude version right here, $19.47, or down 53 cents. We're almost here, almost at the end. on November 8th, 2024, we have Love Live School Idol Miracle Live 2. Pretty sure I said that right. If I didn't, Audrey's going to correct me. $42.10 or down $17.90. I always hear about the fantasticness of Love Live fans. I think you need to start opening your wallets more and buying this, but I do love Love Live. Right? Okay, lastly, this isn't lastly. This is something interesting though. Released on November 22nd, 2024. We got one more after this. This one was when the booster box changed. Now, I will say, interesting enough, the booster boxes should have been priced roughly at $45, but I felt like people weren't charging that. It was a bit higher. Even now, after this change, it feels like a lot of the cases are more expensive, which I heard was fixed, but still, the prices don't seem right. I feel like it's still more expensive. Anyways, what you got with free rent, $79.99 or $34.99 up. Now, I will say this one can definitely be changed, right? You may say it's 55. Everything I just said right there. It should have been 45. It could be 55. You could price it at 60, but these are smaller boxes and they are going for a bunch. And you can just see some of the more recent ones that came out. Same idea. I don't know what the deal is with that, but maybe it'll go down, or maybe this is just how it's going to be forever. Trial decks. This is one of the ones I did a video on. $34.99. And that is because people were clamoring to buy this trial deck up. Pretty expensive. It's pretty disappeared at this point. There are some websites that will still have a couple of them, but it seems like this one is disappearing. One day we may see reprints of Frieren if we ever get another set, which I imagine we would. I don't know why we went. This one sold pretty good. Now it is up $14.99. I almost forgot about this last one. Macross Delta Premium Booster Box, $29.54, came out on December 13th. We are down 546. Take a look at the volume bars. This is the set that I said I wanted to give it a little bit more time to see if anybody wanted to try it out, play with it, because that's what I heard, right? There was some people looking to play with it, see if it shows up in some sort of tournaments. And as you can see right here, unfortunately, Premium Booster Box has not followed this. But now that we are at the end, are we in a profit or a loss? Here we go. If you bought one of everything, imagine that, buying one of everything. 1184, profit of $59.28. There were some ones out there that was carrying this whole thing. But I wonder to myself, I was thinking about this, and I'm like, I thought more than likely we would be up. That's honestly what I thought. But I thought it'd be very little. I didn't think it would be like $60 up, but I thought we'd be up $20, $30, something like that. So it's amazing to see that it is up 59.28. Is this recommended to do? I would say no. But this is kind of all the proof that I actually need to see about everything I believed in investing in Weiss Schwarz. And I don't know what your thoughts on investing in Weiss Schwarz, but this should give you a little bit more of a guidance. So when you hear things like potentially buying one of everything, do you recommend doing that after seeing this or not actually seeing this? Like I said, if you want more in-depth content on specific releases, I'm going to be doing that on my channel members. Like I said, I don't try to paywall you on this. It's more just people aren't interested in those videos. We are the last investors out here for Weiss Schwarz. We're actually one of the last content creators, apparently, of Weiss Schwarz out here. Dedicated, anyways. Dedicated. Like, pretty much dedicated. Yeah, even me, myself, I feel like I need to do other content outside of it because Weiss Schwarz is boring at some times. It's just the truth, people. It's just the truth. That's okay. You need to reach me for any other reason. Here are the different places you can. And like I said, if you're feeling up to it, if you want to buy anything off TCG Player and want to help out with the giveaways, feel free to use my link. And that way we can do some more of them. But as always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside your budget. Have a good one.